a little blurry. You got that. You get the light.
I know. I
coming
don't
at
know.
you.
I don't know what I can do. I don't have any lights on.
Yeah, you got. It must be a window right in front of you, eh?
Yeah, a door, patio door.
Um,
I don't know what I can do. Is this better?
well, hey, this is our third episode, really.
Technically.
I actually in the background right now, the other one's being uploaded to YouTube. So I'll send you a link. You can check it out. Um,
Ooh.
I put it for public. So, but somebody's gonna have to search that. Somebody's not gonna accidentally land on North Roads episode 1A.
Right.
How come every time we start this thing, you start getting out of the frame?
Sorry, the dog. Sorry, the dog's bugging me. Dog's being goofy. Hey, he's gone. He's gone, everyone. Scott's a magician also. It's one of his hobbies. Magicianery. Is that that's called?
So what are we talking about today, Kirk?
I thought maybe golf courses that we've played were like
Oh,
something
did
maybe.
you say that last time?
I think so.
I think you did. And
I
you know,
believe that I did. So, favorite golf course you've ever played? Not best round or anything, just just your favorite course.
yes, it was a course in Pittsburgh, and I meant to look this up, but I forgot what we were talking about. Yeah. Let me just see if I can.
I'd never guessed that in a million years. Pittsburgh.
Well, I used to hang out in Pittsburgh for quite a bit, for a couple years, but in the early '90s.
Why?
Stanley Cup, Kurt.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Stanley Cup. I hate the Steelers. Pittsburgh.
I don't, and it wasn't Oakmont, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Oakmont's
Tell
in
you.
Pittsburgh?
Well, I just typed in Pittsburgh golf courses that hosted a PGA or LPGA stop. But regardless, it did, and so me and another guy from the league, somebody set us up on this course, and we went and we met. And I really love tree-lined courses, like traditional courses. I'm not really a big links guy, and so we were the first ones off. It was just gorgeous. Tree line, nice houses on lining the course, and it was just an awesome experience.
But you don't remember the name.
Oh, I don't. I wouldn't even really be able to. Some people can. You can probably tell me like how every hole is. I can't do that either. But I just
No.
remember it really, and I remember the start of the round, and it was like the dew was on the grass, and the sun had not
Clean
been up very long
footprints.
at all. And
Cool.
it was awesome. It was a really cool experience, and the type of golf course that I like. How about you?
Well, mine would probably be Silvertip in Canmore. It's not a hard golf course. It's not a long golf course. Everything kind of V's in, so your shot has a good chance of being in the fairway. But the mountains and the woods is just ridiculous. Some of the views. And then I was told, my niece's father-in-law told me that Stewart Creek in Canmore is even better. But it's private. He works there. I'm hoping he can get my brother and I on there sometime. I'd like to check it out. But yeah, Silvertip's way up there, and then so's Deerhurst. That was right behind my cottage, you know, in Huntsville.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's one of my favorites too. Like it all tree lined and lots of elevation changes and stuff. That's, you know, not too easy to get in Ontario, but Northern Ontario, it's like it'd probably be second for me. But yeah, Silvertip it's called. When you come out here, we'll definitely play it.
How long a drive is that from your house?
Hour, if that. Canmore's about 50 minutes away. Not too bad. And the drive's beautiful because it's all mountain lined on the way there.
Cool. So what do you want to talk about now?
What's your best?
I
What's your best 9?
best 9? What do you mean, like score?
Yes. Yes, score.
Well, my
Best-
best round I had, I shot par at Dundas Valley, and 71, and yeah, I was probably 2 under after 9, and because I was, I think I was, because I was 2 under. Well, I don't know that. I think, I'm pretty sure going into 16, I was 2 under, and I was, hell, I might have been 3 under, because I went bogey, bogey. Yeah, I was bogey, bogey, bogey to finish.
Oh.
Got in my head.
Yeah,
That's like, you know, they talk about being in the zone, or there's another term for it too, but that was so, like, I was just playing, and then standing on 16, thought about, oh man, I can shoot under par.
mistake. Yeah.
How about
We
you?
used, we used to do that in Wardsville because a bunch of us would play all the time. We just kind of have dirty skins, it was called, and people just show up if you want to play. It's not a league you have to be there all the time or anything. It was just kind of something we did as friends. But so I was on nine, and the only one I told was Scott Erickson, that because I missed the green, so I was off the green about 6 inches, not very far, and it was about a 15-foot putt. And the only one I told was Erickson, Scott Erickson. I told him, hey, if I make this putt, I'm breaking par for 9. Really? He says, yeah. And I made it. Shot -1. So then we were just going to play 9, and then Webby says, oh, no, we got to go on now that you shot that. And then I was just horrible. The other 9, I was just horrible. So that's why I asked for best 9-hole score, because mine's -1. And then I got a lot of 74s and stuff at different courses and that for 18. But yeah, it was fun. Dirty skins, we called it. Because you could talk and stuff in people's backswing or whatever. And we would all wait for each other on the last 9, because this would be after work. So on the last 9, everyone would wait, and there'd be about 5 foursomes or twosomes or whatever. And as soon as you started coming down, head covers, about 10 head covers thrown at you. It was fun. We just played for fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
The old
All
head
right.
covers. Yeah. Yeah. So I forget who we were playing with once, and then I think we said something when he was putting, and he goes, oh, that's it. And I said, this is dirty skins. We told you that there's talking. People might even talk while they're swinging. And he got mad, so he fired our balls away, off the green. Oh, it's dirty skins. Okay, whatever. We had lots of fun playing it, though. But when we used to play in Wardsville, a lot of guys, because that first hole was a really short par 5, right? And a lot of guys would start with birdie or maybe even an eagle, right? And then it was a short par 4, next par 3, short par 4. And then the chipmunk hole, that was a super short par 4. But a lot of guys would be going into that chipmunk hole or just after it and be like -3, -4 and stuff. And then of course we would mention it, and then the brakes would come off and no one would ever break par on 9. I mean, yeah, like -5 and stuff after 5, and still not breaking par on 9. So many of us. Yeah.
You were 5 under after 5 multiple times.
No, lots of guys were. Me, multiple times, no. I think probably the best I was after 4 was probably 4 under. Because eagle the first hole, right, and then par, and grab a birdie on either the par 3 or the next par 4. Maybe not -5. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself there. Maybe more like
Oh no, sorry, I don't mean.
No, I know.
That's like
But
you're
now that I go
golf is
over it, I'm thinking
great
probably a lot
golfer.
of guys were -3, more like it, after 5. After 5, because the chipmunk hole, like, you know how it's longer now, but you can still reach the green. Remember how short it used to be?
Nah,
The creeks
that's
in
what I mean.
front.
I don't remember holes.
No, well, there's a big old cut down tree that they carved into a big chipmunk.
Yeah, I remember. I know the chipmunk, but
Yeah. Well, that whole, and it had water in front and then a big raised green, but it was like super, super short. I came 2 inches away from acing it once. John Horvat, Bo's grandpa, he did get a hole in one on that hole. A couple people have, but yeah, the old dirty skins is a lot of fun, man.
Right on, right on, Kirky. So Silvertip, did you play that like recently?
When did I play it? I don't think we played last year. The year before we played, but this year we didn't golf as much as we were. Because, well, I don't know why we didn't. But we didn't end up playing it this year. But we'll play it again next year. The one we do play is called Brewster's Kananaskis. It's freaking beautiful too. Like, it's not the greatest golf course in the world. The biggest problem with it is it's always cart path, because they only have like 3 inches of topsoil or something. So the course is just a goat track and wrecked if they let golf carts go on it, because they don't have enough topsoil. So a round takes a while, you know, because everyone goes right and all the cart paths seem to, of course, be on the left. But it's beautiful. It's a short golf course too, a lot of really short holes, lots of nice raised tees and stuff, but just beautiful. You know, you're having a bad hole and you just look behind you. There's all the mountains and stuff. As opposed to Silvertip, which is right in the mountains, Brewster's is just kind of outside the mountains. So you see the mountains, but you're not playing like right in them. It's beautiful. And then of course you'll see some deer or something once in a while.
How long have you been out there?
2.5 years. November will be 3 years.
It's crazy, eh? That just time flies.
I know, it's fast. I get thinking about it too, and I said, oh, I've been out here that long. And then I played Banff with a buddy. When he came, he had to play Banff, right? It was okay. I would rather play Silvertip or Kananaskis even, because it's half the money and just as beautiful. Kananaskis is right in the mountains. There's 2 18-hole golf courses there, and they're just freaking spectacular too, with the mountains and stuff. It's just unreal.
How far is Banff from you?
An hour and 15 or so. So
Is that right?
Canmore's about 50 minutes west, and then Banff's about 15 minutes west from Canmore. And then I think about another 45 minutes or something's Lake Louise. I probably shouldn't lean and talk, eh?
Pardon?
Probably shouldn't lean and talk. I was leaning out of the picture kind of there.
That's it, buddy. That's Natural. We're good.
Yeah, so nothing's very far away. And like I say, off the back deck here, I can see the mountains. Clear day.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So how's the new gig going?
The dog watching and walking. Good. I'm walking a little Frenchie named Odin. I'm walking him for the next 2 weeks. And then I had a dog in just for one day. And then I got a dog coming Saturday just for one day.
Wow, you're getting
Getting some
gigs.
stuff. Yeah, I'd like to walk more. The daycare's okay, but I like walking. I'd like to have more dogs to walk. I mean, obviously, when I get a dog here, I take him for a walk. But it'd be nice to
What's
have
the-
like 3 or
what's the
4
weather like?
dogs I could do at different times a day. What's that?
What's the weather like right there right now?
Beautiful. No snow.
Like
Snow's been gone for 3 weeks.
really?
Yeah, Chinooks, they're called.
Oh yeah,
Coming.
yeah.
Warm wind, and melt it all, just like we used to get in Chatham, a full melt. And yeah, it's all gone. I'm sure we're going to get snow here soon. But yeah, for the last couple weeks or so, there's hardly any snow at all. Here, I can show you. Can I? Let me show you.
Yeah, it's too bright. It's washed
Too
out.
bright. But anyway, because our backyard just looks out on 22 Highway North and it's just dirt because I think they were going to build here and it stopped. I don't know if it's ever going to start up again, but we see a bunch of farmland and stuff. But yeah, there's no snow. It's warm.
Like
I can
there's-
walk.
well,
I can walk the dog without gloves on.
Oh really? Yeah. We've had a deep freeze here that's kind of just breaking now. And there's like we got dumped on. We got 2 feet of snow just one dump, and
Yeah.
I walk a lot too. Like I walk 4 or 5 days a week, but not in the winter. Like not when it's snow. Like I just felt I walk differently. So I got one of those like a walking treadmill, and like I've used it 3 times. It's just not the same.
Oh, like at your desk.
No, it's
One of those
downstairs in
ones?
the basement. No, I don't. I'm not
Oh.
into that. There's a guy at work that does that. But it's similar thing. Like it doesn't go. It does. You can't speed it up to as fast as I would walk outside anyway. Yeah. So I'm hoping like we're still next 2 weeks. It's like 0 to -9, so it's still kind of chilly.
Yeah, and it's like that most of the time here.
Yeah.
But you get used to it, right? You walk in and it's funny because people say, well, it's a dry heat, so it's not as bad. It's kind of the same thing in the winter. It's a dry cold, so it doesn't seem as cold because there's not as much moisture in the air, right? Because it's so much drier out here. So there's not much moisture in the air, so it doesn't feel as cold as maybe -9 in Burlington.
Yeah.
But I go out in it. Just
Well,
bundle up
Well,
warm enough and stuff. Like,
There was really only one day, and I had to go out. Dakota's car would start, so her car is so cold twice it didn't start, and you could feel it then. But like typically, like even Sunday night and Sunday, walk to my buddies about a half kilometer away for the Super Bowl. But I got a big long coat, and
yeah,
I was dressed appropriately, and I was fine. And then when it gets like, so that was like -20 something, and then yesterday I went into the city and it was -7. It was like it was warm.
we
Balmy -7, Kirk.
pardon?
It was a balmy -7.
Balmy. That is balmy here. That's nothing. Frickin' people will be out in t-shirts and stuff when it's cold though. I don't know if they really don't care, if they're just trying to, look at me. I'm wearing short sleeves and it's freezing cold. A lot of people wear parkas and shorts. I'm thinking, well, whatever. You're just too lazy to change into pants when you go out, or I don't
To each their own, eh? Because there's a few people around here that
know. Maybe
wear
they're
shorts.
just driving so that they're not walking that far, so they can. I don't know. But the first year we were out here, we took all the kids to Grenada because Avery was. That's where she was going to med school, right? So we took them all there for Christmas, and Grenada's like 100 degrees every day, right? It's hot. It's just beautiful and hot. And then when we got home, it was minus 30 for a week. For a frickin' week. I've never seen that cold. The coldest I can ever remember was like minus 25, and that was with the wind chill, like in London. In London, I remember that. And it was just like, it was foggy kind of, like the air's almost frozen too. It was freaking cold. Yeah. So we went from 100 degrees to minus 30 in like 10 hours or however long the flight was. Yeah. Cold.
Craziness.
It's cold.
Craziness. Well, even on, I guess it was Saturday night, my buddy was out up north at a guy's place that they're sledding, and so he said they were drinking a beer, and by like there'd be a quarter left, and it's all slush, and then he wouldn't be able to get all of it out of his can because it was freezing.
Isn't that something? Yeah. Unreal. That's that cold. Well, I find that we don't really get that much snow here anyway. Like in Cochrane. In Cochrane, Calgary, we don't get really a ton of snow. And it always seems like you never get that big blizzard with the big snowflakes. I always seem to know when we're going to get a lot of snow when you can barely even see it snowing. But it'll go on for like 12 hours. And it'll accumulate and we'll get a bunch of snow. But yeah, so far we haven't really got a ton of snow, and like I say, it melts a lot of the times. It goes away. So, I love it out here.
Never coming back?
To visit. Come back to visit, but I doubt I'll ever come back to live.
Well, and that's good. You found a spot that.
Yeah.
Now, what was the deciding factor that you guys went out there?
The beauty. The mountains. Mountains and the animals. Like, we'll go driving just 40 highway in the spring and see bears and stuff all the time. The other day, we decided to go. And I said, let's go this way. And Julie goes, well, you want to turn around? I said, not yet. We'll just go to this spot and then turn around. And lo and behold, about 2 minutes later, there was two great big moose that we stopped and watched for a while. That was freaking
Sounds like
cool.
you might have a bear beside you.
Yeah, that's Stella, the big bear. So, and my brother's been in Canmore for 7 years, so we've always come out and visited, right? Josh,
Your brother's in Canmore too?
Yeah, for 7 years he's been in Canmore.
I didn't know that.
I'm in Cochrane. He's in Canmore.
Oh yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah.
I do get them mixed up.
That's all right.
So, well, that's nice though.
Stop.
You can go visit him or whatever, and you got somebody out. You got family out there. Now, Kirk, how many?
Yeah, that
siblings do you
too
have?
was a factor. What's that?
How many siblings do you have?
5. Just a second. You want outside? Go. Go. Yeah, 2 sisters and 3 brothers.
Wow, I didn't know that, man.
And then my brother Tim's in BC. So I'll have to go out and see him at some point. But yeah. And then the rest are in Chatham.
Chatham.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then the twin sister, of course, right? You knew that.
You have two.
Or
You
did
have
you
twin
do that?
sisters.
I have.
Oh,
a twin.
you're a twin. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
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 She's in Chatham.
Yep. Yep. Her and Diane and Lee. And then Tim and Jeff are out here and me now. Yeah, we just decided the kids were all done. Carson wasn't quite, she was in her last semester. or last year, because we moved in November. And like, are you okay if we move out here? We kind of want to move out here. And the market was really good in Chatham, right, for selling the house too. So I said, let's do it. We've always been talking about it. And we said, screw it, let's do it. I'm glad we did. Glad we did.
Right on. Well, that's takes balls too.
Or you two need to come out here and visit. Well, Julie had, work from home and stuff, and I knew I could get a job, and I was getting EI, so yeah.
Now, when you move, you can move provinces and still get EI.
Yeah, I thought it was provincial, but it's not. It's
Is
national.
that federal?
Or, huh? Federal, yeah.
National.
I thought it was just provincial, and then my niece told me and said, no, you can. That was awesome. I thought,
She say
"Man,
no.
that's fantastic."
Well, cool, buddy. Cool beans.
Yeah, so is there anything else you do besides your job?
Hey.
Is there anything else you do besides your job? You do any side stuff?
Oh. Well, the golf.
Golf. You make money golfing?
For side gig. No, I have not. I would say coming out of the pandemic, both Cal and I were looking at, okay, what can we do as side gigs?
Right.
And so I said, you know what? I'm going to work more and see if that does anything. And so I worked considerably more, and it did. My income increased significantly.
Right.
So I lost the desire to look for a side gig. Kel's still looking for a side gig, and with retirement, we're both kind of like I'm kind of. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can find a side gig. Do you have like anything else that you do that?
Well, I do the UPS in the winter, like just at Christmas time because they need extra help, and then now I'm doing this dog thing. I do a little bit of day trading. I'm not doing great at it, but I'm starting to. It's starting to come around, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I only got like $40 in my account, so it's going to take a long time to build it up. But I think that's the safest way to do it. Because if I can make that grow, then when it's a big amount of money, there's no it's exactly the same. It's just be more money.
Right.
So
I would assume that there's a learning curve on that, and that the more you get to learn about it, the more you can generate. I'm kind of doing that with online stuff. Like I can see myself supplementing my income when I retire by doing something online. So trying to learn as much as I can about all that stuff.
Well, I'm hoping this is going to work out for me. I don't know if it will, but we'll see. It's I just trade currencies. So just like Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen, or the Australian dollar against the Swiss franc, pairs like that. So I just trade that.
So like the American dollar has gone down a little bit. Like is that when you can make some dough on it? Is that?
Well, I don't. I just kind of, there's just a thing that I learned to look at each currency, and just at where the candle is tells me whether or not I should try and buy that stock, and then
Okay.
and see if it goes up. Now I don't like okay, the American dollar is probably going to go down here soon, more than likely, I would think. But so say I'm trading Japanese USA. So if the USA's on the bottom, so if it's Japanese USA, if USA's doing crappy, then the candle's going to go up, right? Japan's going to do better. Like it could go up, but that doesn't mean Japan's necessarily doing really good. It just means Japan against American dollar is doing really good. But then if you go US Japan, where US is in the front, now if it goes down, it's going to go down. So it's going to actually make the Japanese one look better. You know what I mean? Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Kinda.
I can trade any there's what I think 15 different pairs that I can trade. And I just do it according to the candle the day before. And then if it puts me in the trade, and then I wait to try and get 1.5 times what I sold, and then go from there. Yeah.
I I pay American money every month, and like I think probably last month to this month, I like on $500 US, it's about $30 less this month than it was last month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it cost me $6.78 yesterday, and it cost me $7.27 like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we might see a big crash here, possibly. I don't know.
Well,
I heard
that sounds cool.
I heard on X reading like some guys put $5 million into the short position of the US dollar, meaning short position meaning going down. I don't know. I don't trade that way. I don't trade with news. I
Yeah.
just trade by the candles, and I kind of just let it do whatever it wants. I don't try and predict really.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
Interesting though, yeah.
Yeah, and then I've applied to some golf courses.
Oh, you're gonna work at a golf course?
Maybe if they hire me. I wouldn't mind working in a pro shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. There's a beautiful looking course right here in town called Glen Eagles. I haven't played it yet, but I'd like to. It looks like so many courses here are just ridiculous. They do have a 9-hole golf course that I played here in Cochrane, and it frickin' was built by Mike Vernon and the boys when they all played for Calgary. They bought this land in Cochrane and built this 9-hole golf course. They were going to build 18, but then some bigwig come in and said, no, if I buy this land for you and put all these houses on it, you'll make tons of money. So he bought their land up, so now they only got this 9 holes going right through a neighborhood. It's a nice little golf course. And now the guy was trying to sell it. No one wants him to sell it. And he lied and tried to say in his books that it's losing money, but it's not. It's making money hand over fist. Like you can't even get in a league there. Unless you go sign up maybe a couple months ago or something like it. So anyway, it's pretty cool. Good story. Like, oh, Mike Vernon and all them built this. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, cool. Now, how many people in Cochrane?
I think around 30,000, Scott. I'm not sure. I'm going to look it up. People are always asking me, and I think I've looked it up before, but I always forget. I think it's around 30,000, but it's huge, right? Like a lot of area.
Any junior hockey teams in Cochrane?
No. Like, you mean like London Knights or whatever?
Oh, like, no, I know there's no CHL teams out there, but
There's a lot of outdoor rinks. There's a lot of rinks here. There's got to be freaking. There's got to be 10 rinks here. I know there's 2 outdoor ones for sure, and then the SLS Center has 5, I think. Then there's another complex. It might just be 1 rink, but there's a lot of rinks.
Yeah, so there's a junior B team called the Canucks Cochrane Generals.
Okay.
In Cochrane,
37,000. So same as
37,000.
What's Chatham up to? 43 now, maybe, but whatever. Chatham was 40,000 forever. So basically, for people, it's Chatham, but I don't even know area. I'd say probably twice the area of Chatham, maybe. I don't know. It's pretty spread out, but yeah. Yeah, love it. Love it. There's a guy here that makes bronze statues. When I was first here and I wasn't working and I'd just walk around town and stuff, I went in and he gave me a little tour of his place. He actually made a brass sculpture, reckon that he took over to Normandy, to the place there for the D-Day thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how far are you from the downtown? Can you walk there?
No, I used to be able to walk there from where we used to live. It'd take me about 45 minutes or so walking. Could I walk to town? I suppose, but it'd probably be 45 minutes or an hour. But drive 5 minutes. Drive. Let's see, what could I compare it to? It'd be like going from... I don't even know.
That's Chatham population is 45,000 now.
Okay. So yeah, a
But
little less.
I always remember it as 40,000 as well.
Yeah, because it was always 40
Yeah.
for so long. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
Well, that's cool. Now, how many dogs? Do you have 2 dogs?
Yeah. What's that?
What kind of dogs are they?
Sucking. Stella. So they're both rescues. Stella's supposedly black lab and mountain Bernese, but she's not very big, so I don't know. But they didn't really know who the father was. They knew who the mother was, but they didn't know who the father was. So we picked her up, and they called her Eve because the day they picked her up was Christmas Eve, and then we got her after. Dexter was also a rescue, and he's Chihuahua, but I think he might be part something else because he doesn't have the bulgy eyes, and he's not fat at all. You know how the Chihuahuas, they get fat and stuff. He's just skinny. They're 10 and 11 years old. They're awesome. Dexter's running out of teeth.
And do you have cats?
No, we have. Used to be like you guys used to have dogs when you lived at home, right?
Growing up, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's my little boy. There's my little boy.
That's Dexter?
That's Dexter.
Is that
Serial
after
killer.
the guy?
Huh?
Is that after that guy?
No. I think Carson named him. We bought him for Carson, but he ended up being Julie's dog almost right away. And then I got Stella for Avery, and now Avery has her own dog. Shelby's got 2 dogs. But you guys used to have dogs, right? Didn't you have one of those white things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, growing up. We always had pets.
And you
Dogs
never
and
have with the kids?
No. Just selfish.
I like cats, too.
You got cats too?
Used to, yeah. Julie actually killed one by accident. It was winter time, and it was
Like
an
a foot?
outdoor
Accidentally?
it was an outdoor cat, and it got up in the engine. You know where it's warm. You know how they'll do that, get up in
Yeah.
a car. Well, she, of course, didn't know and drove, and then I think it jumped down and she ran over it.
Oh,
I forget what we told Karsh, but we didn't tell her that Julie did it until later on. She knows now, but yeah, Julie felt horrible, of course. She didn't know.
no. What are you gonna do? That's brutal. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, right. That's probably happened to many a cat.
Yeah.
Fish. I used to have fish when I was a kid. I always had an aquarium. You ever have an aquarium?
I did. I think Rob did. I did not. But we had gerbils and hamsters and
Oh yeah, hamsters. Of course you did.
um, I don't know what that means.
Hamster. Remember the hamster thing with the toilet paper roll?
Yeah, I do. I do. I don't. I heard. I read that in a newspaper or something.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
I don't know if
But
it's
no,
true.
we've not had. Kids. The kids. Jag had a fear of dogs at a young age, so that was probably the reason. Because then
Yeah.
later, they both had expressed a desire to have a dog, but at the point that they did, it just it wouldn't work. So
Yeah, you're leaving the dog home alone all the time while you're going.
yeah, and I guess we're not. That's the reason. But then they talk about it now. So it's funny. It's recently kind of been. I was just checking out German Shepherds online a number of times, and so Kelly goes to YouTube, and then she's like, "Why is there all these German Shepherd things come up now?" I said, "Well, I kind of been looking at them," and she goes, "We're not getting a dog." I said, "I know, but I just, I watch YouTube a lot and
Right.
just checking them out." And she said she'd want like a lab or something. So
German Shepherds have the highest attack rate.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
attacking their owners kind of thing.
No, just anyone. Like they're apparently the worst dog for that. For just attacking people. Whether it be the owners or random people or whatever.
I thought
And
that
then
would be like a
labs.
pit.
The labs, like for 20 years, they were the top dog, in who's everyone's favorite dog. You know what I mean? When they have the lists. And that was the most. But now it's Frenchies. Now it's the French Bulldogs.
Oh,
They lead the league.
I think my neighbors have two of those.
They're freaking cute. I love them.
I think they are that. But they're not big. They're not fat.
No, no.
I guess Floyd is stocky, but not like.
But they go thinner at the waist down to the back legs, and then they got the big chest, and they don't have the great big bulldog balls either.
That might, the other neighbor down the way is a great big thing. That must be a bulldog.
Probably. There's
It-
American
it's-
Bulldogs, British.
The guy, it's funny. The guy looks like the dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
say
cool.
that
He's a
about
really
him.
cool. He's a really cool guy, but he does resemble the dog. He's very
Is he
friendly.
British?
No, just kind of a mean looking guy. So once you get and then mean and intimidating, and he's a big guy, and but then you get once you meet him, like he's just the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love the animals. Yes. When you
Well,
do
buddy, it's
come out,
hey.
when you do come out, I'll tell you when to come out so that we can see the grizzlies for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I have to see a grizzly.
Oh, we just drive. We don't walk to see them.
Oh, I've seen them fucking crush a car.
No. No, you.
Hey, would a grizzly or a moose or like a mountain lion or anything kind of end up like in your yard or anything like that ever?
Um, not. We've had deer right in our backyard. People have moose, sure. Yeah, people have. And then they've had deer in their backyard. It's quite common around here. Like I don't know how many times when I was delivering that I'd be walking around a deer that's in the middle of a cul-de-sac or something, or in the driveway beside the driveway I'm delivering to. Like deer all over. But the first golf course I ever golfed was about 5 minutes from where we used to live. They have a driving range, and then they just have this 12-hole golf course. That's, I think it's $20 or $25 to play. There's no starter or anything. There's just a box there. You put your money in. They have a little scorecard if you want, and it's just all like, don't rip us off. Just pay the 20 and go play. And they even have golf balls for sale there that you can buy if you want. But it's just kind of cut grass. Like, it's not golf course fairway grass. And the greens aren't the greatest, but they kind of hold a little bit, and they don't putt too bad. But just for fun, for $20, just to go out and walk around. And so the last hole, I'm walking up to the green. It's a raised green, and there's a frickin' moose right in the back of the green.
On the
I'm
green?
walking up. Yeah, like right there.
How'd that do to the what did it do to the green?
Well, he didn't go on the green. He was behind it. He wasn't right on the green. He was just behind the green. And then I'm walking up and I'm going, oh crap, there's a moose.
Oh, okay.
I said to myself, I don't know what the protocol is here, what to do or anything. So I just kind of stayed back, and he just kept walking. Then he stopped and ate something out of a tree or a bush or whatever, and then he just kept walking along. Just a monster. I got video of it. I'll send it to you. But that was like my greatest golf experience of all time right there. Just by myself, and there's a frickin' moose in the last hole. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, very cool.
Now, like any coyotes or wolves or mountain lions or anything?
Lots
like
of
that?
coyotes. I guess there's mountain lions, but they're hard to see. And people have seen them, but it's pretty rare. It's pretty rare to see them, but they're here. And then, like I say, moose, bears, brown bears, black bears. I think someone told me they have seen maybe black bears here in Cochrane. I'm not sure of that, though. I don't know if that's true, but we saw a moose the next Christmas, the next year. There was a moose in town. So Christmas Day, we all went out and found this moose and watched it for a little while. It was just in this park in the middle of town. They finally ended up having to move it, though, because it was getting on walking paths and stuff, and it was kind of a safety thing. So they ended up moving. But yeah, it's pretty freaking cool, man. Tons of deer. You see deer all the time.
We have a coyote problem here.
A problem? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they make us go off walking paths because the coyotes are denning.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like having kids and stuff, and I'm thinking, like, they protect the coyotes here, kind of.
Well, they certainly don't. They protect them here too, but I don't think they should be. I think they should be calling them, and because it's like there's particularly downtown, but I've seen them up here even in open fields and that. Like, what the fuck? You know?
Downtown?
Yeah, downtown Burlington. They're stealing dogs and shit.
Yeah. I read an article once, again, don't know if it's true, probably was. They found a den and there was like frickin' 50 dog and cat collars in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
See, because they got Dexter here, they can get him and have some Mexican food. They used to always say that, and then when we had Shelby's Frenchies here, they could have French food too. Yeah, we used to, we heard them and a bunch of cubs in our old place. I haven't seen one out the back here, But in our old place where we walked around, you could hear them. You could hear them, their cubs or kits or whatever they're called, crying and stuff. But
Yeah, it's like when I smoked, like it's a not a nice sound to hear. Like it's like either like a baby or a woman fucking screaming. Whoops, I'm not supposed to swear on this. But,
yeah, that's all right. Well, I thought we
it,
did pretty good there.
hey,
I say we did pretty good, I think, on this one with the swearing.
yeah, yeah, we did.
That might
But
be
we're at 50. We're at 50 minutes, Kirky. So
Holy
let's
crap!
let's
Okay.
call it an episode. And 2 weeks.
Yeah, what do you want
we're back.
to? You got an idea for an anchor?
I do not. I will think of something.
All right.
All right, brother.
Well, if I think of something, I'll shoot you a text.
Okay. Okay. How about podcasts and books? Do you read books? Do you listen to podcasts?
I don't listen to podcasts, but I do read books. I'm in a big Jack Reacher kick right now.
Oh yeah. I've watched the movies and the TV.
Yeah.
But anyway, if we come up with something, just text me.
All right.
All right, brother.
Okay.
Good seeing you.
Mr. Buddy,
Sure.
good seeing you too. Okay. Bye-bye.
Oh, hold on.
I know, I remembered.
Okay.
I remembered.
Whoops.